Hello and welcome. Today we have a very special guest who I think no needs introducing, Richard Carr, our CEO of Fortitudo. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
And first of all, many thanks for joining our interviewing episodes. And let's begin. What inspired you to start Fortitudo and how has the vision evolved since then?
Well, the company has evolved hugely in a short period of time since 2015, 2016. Originally, we did a lot of help to buy housing, starter homes, and that sort of thing, and that's what we specialised in. Obviously, the government took away the help to buy product, which destroyed that market to a degree. And since that time, the business is now in 4 separate divisions. Mm-hmm. So we have the roadside retail division, which is sort of McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks, Co-op, other drive-throughs. We then have the PBSA division, purpose-built student accommodation, mm-hmm. That is obviously very successful, or becoming very successful. Light industrial, we're just about to start our 3rd light industrial park. And obviously we still do residential, which obviously is a very difficult market at the moment.
Mm-hmm. That's very inspiring, and it's great to see how your original idea has become into such projects today. And what's the biggest achievement so far, if you could share?
Keeping the wheels on the wagon.
Right. That's a huge accomplishment. That would be a great...
Yeah, I think that every development is an accomplishment.
Yes.
I like to be very proud of what we do. Mm-hmm. There's a good team of people here. What makes good business is a good team and hard work. And I don't think there's any one accomplishment, I would say. Mm-hmm. There's a whole host of them. Mm-hmm. And I think that we do present and create a good product, mm-hmm. And hence our logo.
Yes, and it's great to hear that you appreciate your team.
Thank you.
And how do you envision Fortitudo's impact on the communities?
Well, I think we have a very positive impact on the communities, and it's one of the things that really annoys me is that developers are never seen as a positive force in life. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, developers create new homes, mm-hmm. new homes that are warmer, safer, use less energy, and probably nicer to live in, hopefully. Mm-hmm. And I think that, developers get sort of tarred with the same brush. It annoys me a lot mm-hmm. because I think we are a positive force in life.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see how Fortitudo tries to enrich communities.
Well, I'll give you a small example. Mm-hmm. In this area, take Ashley Cross.
Yes.
There was no convenience store in mm-hmm. Ashley Cross. I mean, there was a couple of small little stores. Mm-hmm. But, we brought the Co-op here. Yeah. And all of the elderly people that live in this area mm-hmm. now use that Co-op mm-hmm. rather than needing to go all the way to Ashley Road and go to the mm-hmm. Asda mm-hmm. or the Waitrose.
That's a good example.
And so that is a very positive thing that developers do for communities.
Yeah, agree again.
Thank you.
And can you share, please, what are some of the key challenges in property development today and how does Fortitudo overcome them?
Well, the biggest challenge in property development today is the cost of borrowing money mm-hmm. and interest costs, which is, I think, probably their biggest challenge to everyone's personal life as well, mm-hmm. because rents have obviously gone up substantially, mortgage costs have gone up substantially, and so it's been a difficult environment to operate in. Mm-hmm. An awful lot of development sites that have got planning permission now mm-hmm. are no longer economically viable because the cost of money and the cost of build is too high. So I would say the cost of money is the first thing, and hopefully that is coming down slowly. And I think that it needs to come down substantially, more in the very near future. And obviously the cost of building, has gone up so dramatically in the last 18, 20 months. And, it's not helpful when, the new Labour government have put further costs onto the building industry by increasing the minimum wage further and increasing national insurance for employers. So, you know, these things are, you know, negatives to an already difficult environment.
That's very challenging, in particular in this sector, and it's still great that you are trying to continue to tackle those challenges. And in your opinion, what role sustainability and innovation play in Fortitudo's projects?
Well, I think that we've always been very innovative. I mean, we've not installed a gas boiler since 2017. I think that's quite a statement. We always try and add, you know, the most advanced systems into our developments, and we are constantly changing and looking at new materials for our development. So I think part of the Fortitudo way is to constantly upgrade everything. I mean, we don't ever build anything the same twice.
Yes.
We're always looking for ways to better ourselves. I mean, I'll give you a real concrete example again. We're building 96 student apartments in Hinton Road in Bournemouth. We're building a floor every 2 weeks and 3 days.
That's very impressive.
Right, that's pretty cool. A whole floor, it's a big building as well.
Yeah.
And we're doing that by using a system called MetSec. Now, you know, I've told people that we're building a floor in 2 weeks and 3 days, and they go, I can't believe that. I said, well, go down there and have a look. And I've had people phone me up and say, it's incredible. So there is a, you know, a firm example.
That's very inspiring, very impressive, and thanks for sharing. And I think that what sets Fortitudo apart.
Thank you.
And what advice would you give to someone starting in property development today?
Don't.
That's a great advice.
I would strongly advise that if you want to start in property development, be very, very careful. It's a very, very difficult business. It's covered in pitfalls. We are absolutely swamped with legislation. The planning system is completely broken and takes too long for decisions to be made, which obviously costs money. So I would think long and hard before entering this market if you want to be a property developer. But if you do it, start off very small and work your way up.
That's a great advice, and thank you for sharing your wisdom. And how do you manage to balance leading the team, overseeing projects, and navigating busy schedules? If you could share your experience here.
Well, it's all about time management, isn't it? You know, I obviously have a PA who runs my diary.
She's a star here.
And it's all about time management. And, you know, I don't feel that I'm totally busy. I'm fairly busy. But, you know, I've been in business for a long time now, and I just think it's all about getting your diary right and managing your time correctly.
That's excellent advice. Again, thanks for sharing your experience and management techniques.
Thank you.
And do you have a personal slogan you like to start your day with?
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
That's a very positive tone to start your day.
Thank you.
And the very last question. What would you like to do after work? And do you have any hobbies?
Well, I've got 4 children, 3 of which are under 12, or under 13, to be frank.
So you must be very busy.
Yeah, my son plays rugby, so I spend quite a lot of time at the rugby club. And I go up there every Sunday. So I enjoy that. I also like boating. Not that we get the weather for it these days, and certainly we didn't this summer. But again, you know, work is my life. I don't see work as work. It's part of what I do. It's part of my life, and I enjoy what I do.
Is it your passion, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's very important to have such balance, and when you can turn your passion, hobby into work. That makes sense.
I think one of the things I think You know, if I ever got to speak to young people, I would say do not think of work as something different. You need to engulf your work as part of your life process, and not pigeonhole work over there and playtime over here. I think that you should, make work important, and I think a lot of people don't do that. And I think a lot of this new working from home stuff is not conducive to a happy life. I mean, I do not understand how anyone can be happy going to bed, waking up, switching on their laptop, and then doing however many hours, then switching their laptop off, cooking dinner and going back to bed. I don't really understand that. Surely you want to get out and meet people and go for a drink after work and do things like that and interact with other people in your office. I think it's a lonely world working from home, and I don't agree with it.
Great, thank you for sharing your thoughts on this as well, and thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and experience today.
No problem.
I do believe that these episodes are beneficial to our audience. Please show with a like, and thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.